Ever feel like you're just adrift in the stock market? You're surrounded by constant noise, charts that look like a tangled mess, and just endless advice on what you should be buying or selling. Does it sometimes feel like you're just throwing a dart in the dark, hoping you get lucky? Well, what if I told you that successful investing, it doesn't require you to be a hero, or some kind of stock market genius, or a daredevil taking crazy risks? What if there was a clear, logical, and repeatable process you could follow for your entire life? Well, there is. So let's dive right in. We are going to walk through 12 incredibly powerful, time-tested rules that act as a framework, a blueprint really, for building a portfolio that isn't just profitable, but is tough and durable enough to last you a lifetime. Welcome! The principles we're about to explore today come from the work of Mr. Majid Butt. Now, his background is pretty unique. He combines the sharp precision of an accountant, the step-by-step logic of a software programmer, and the deep-dive analysis of an investment researcher. That mix gives us a really powerful, data-driven way to look at building long-term wealth. Okay, so here's our roadmap for this video. We're going to start with the core philosophy, the big idea that drives everything else. Then we'll get into the rules themselves, and we've grouped them into 3 key areas. First, checking a company's financial strength. Second, understanding its value and its story. And third, mastering the human element, which is often the trickiest part. And to wrap it all up, we'll pull it together with a super practical checklist and finish with the most crucial piece of the puzzle, the investor's mindset. Let's start with the big idea, the philosophy that frames every single thing we're going to talk about. See, we're not trying to find the next hot stock that's going to shoot to the moon. We're not trying to time the market perfectly. That's a hero's game, and frankly, it's exhausting and it usually fails. The real goal is something much more grounded and honestly a whole lot more powerful. The central mission here is to build what we call a compounding machine. Think of it like this. You're carefully assembling a team of high-quality companies that just reliably, almost automatically, generate income and growth for you year after year. It's all about predictability and durability. You're creating a portfolio that works for you over decades, not just for the next few months. So how do we actually build this machine? Well, it all boils down to this simple, kind of elegant formula. First, you start with a fantastic engine, a high-quality company. Then you make sure that engine is producing fuel for you right away. That's a high dividend or yield. And finally, you want that engine to get more and more efficient over time, which means the dividend payment itself needs to grow. You put those 3 ingredients together, and what do you get? High total returns. This simple idea is the foundation for every single rule we're about to discuss. All right, let's get to our first set of rules. This is all about building your portfolio on a foundation of solid rock, not shifting sand. These rules are here to make sure we're only dealing with companies that are financially healthy and stable. No exceptions. Now, this first set of rules gives us some really clear, non-negotiable criteria for what even gets considered for our portfolio. Let's take them one by one. First, rule number 1, the company must be financially strong. Think of this like a financial health checkup. We use credit ratings from agencies like Value Line or S&P. A strong rating, like a B+ or a triple B+, tells us the company is stable and the risk of it going under is really, really low. It's our first layer of safety. Next up, rule number 2, the company has to offer a high current yield. This is the immediate cash payout we get just for owning the stock. The goal is to find companies paying at least 1.5 times the average of the S&P 500. So, if the market average is 2%, we're looking for 3% or more. This is the cash our machine is generating for us right now. Then we've got rule number 3, the yield must be expected to grow. A high yield today is great, but a growing yield, that's what builds serious wealth over time. We need that dividend to grow by at least 5% a year just to keep ahead of inflation. When a company keeps raising its dividend, it's basically shouting to the world that it's confident about its own future. And finally, rule number 4, the company should have moderate, consistent earnings growth. Now, notice that keyword moderate, somewhere in that 5 to 10% range. We are not chasing flashy, unpredictable hit or miss growth. We want a stable, reliable engine that can power those dividend increases year in and year out. Okay, so we found a financially strong company. Awesome. The very next question is, are we paying a fair price for it? And just as important, does its business story actually make sense for the long haul? This next set of rules helps us figure that out. This brings us to Rule 6, and it's all about one thing, not overpaying. This table gives us some really clear targets. Let's look at the price-to-sales ratio.
A simple way to think about it is this. Are you paying more for a company than it makes in sales in a whole year? A ratio under 1.5 is good, under 1.0 is even better. It means you're literally buying the business for less than its annual sales. That's a good deal. Similarly, for the price to earnings and price to book ratios, we just want to make sure we're paying less than the overall market average. It's a really simple check to ensure we're buying real value, not just hype.
All right, beyond the numbers, we have to understand the bigger picture, the context. That brings us to our next rules. Rule number 5 is critical. Management must be excellent. You have to remember you're trusting these people with your hard-earned money. So look for leaders with a long, proven track record of success. And here's a big one. Check if they own a lot of company stock themselves. We call that skin in the game. It means their interests are perfectly aligned with yours. Next, Rule 7. Consider the story. This is where we step back from the spreadsheet. Is this company a leader in its industry? Does it have a clear plan for the future? Is it riding a huge long-term trend like the shift to clean energy or artificial intelligence? There has to be a compelling reason why this business is going to win. Then, Rule 8. Use charts to help your buying. Now, don't worry, this isn't about complicated day trading. We're just looking at one simple thing. It's called relative strength. Basically, is the stock starting to perform better than the overall market? It's often a little signal that other smart investors are starting to see the same value you've already found. And finally, Rule 9. Picture the future. This is a powerful little mental exercise. Just ask yourself, will society still need what this company provides in 20, 30, or even 40 years? We're hunting for durable, essential businesses that can truly stand the test of time.
So we've covered the numbers and the business analysis, but arguably, the most difficult part of investing has absolutely nothing to do with numbers. It has everything to do with mastering our own emotions. This is the human element.
So the most important part is how you behave after you buy. This brings us to Rule 10, hold with equanimity. Equanimity is just a fancy word for mental calmness, especially when things get tough. And believe me, they will. The market will go up and it will go down. Your stocks will have bad days. The key is to stay patient and stay focused on the long-term story of the business. I know it's easier said than done, but this is where the real discipline pays off. Then Rule 11, know when to sell. Your decision to sell should never, ever be based on a scary headline or a dipping stock price. It should only be based on the fundamentals. You sell only when the company's dividend is in actual danger, or when it hasn't been increased like you expected, or when the fundamental story of the company has permanently changed for the worse. And finally, Rule 12, diversify among many stocks that qualify. You've heard it a million times, never put all your eggs in one basket. By spreading your money across about 30 different companies that all meet these tough rules, you protect yourself if any single one of them runs into unexpected trouble.
So how can we boil all of this down into a final, practical test before we put our money on the line? Well, that's exactly what this checklist is for. Think of it as your final go/no-go decision point.
Before you ever hit that buy button, run the stock through these questions. Does it have a high credit rating? Yes or no? Is its dividend high and was it recently increased? Yes or no? Are its earnings reliable? Is the management team proven? Is it a dominant player in its industry? Does it have a growth kicker, some kind of catalyst for future growth? Does it fit our valuation rules? And is its relative strength rising? If you can't confidently say yes to all of these, the advice is simple. Just walk away. There are always other opportunities out there.
And that brings us to our final, and maybe the most important piece of this entire puzzle. It's not a rule or a metric, it's a mindset. This is what truly separates the successful long-term investors from, well, everyone else.
Man, this is such a powerful statement. The absolute hardest part of this whole strategy is just sticking to it. The daily news, the market commentary, the so-called expert predictions, they are all designed to create fear and greed and make you act impulsively. Your greatest advantage is your discipline. Financially holy is a strange phrase, right? But what it really means is staying pure to your strategy and not letting the chaos and the noise of the market corrupt your process. The ability to simply ignore all that noise and trust the simple, effective process we've outlined, that's the real key.
By really internalizing these rules, and most importantly, the mindset behind them, you can go from feeling lost and tossed around by the market's whims to feeling confident in your own process, building a true compounding machine for your future. If you found this structured approach valuable and you want to dive even deeper, you can subscribe to my membership to access exclusive videos on investment analysis that aren't available to the public. Thanks so much for joining me today, and happy investing.